Angie, can you tell us what you like about being an NFP nurse?
I like that we get to be with our families for over 2 years, so you really get to know the family and really create a really great bond with the mom. And a lot of times they tell you that you feel like family. You can make so much of a difference having that relationship with the mom and baby. So that's what I enjoy about being an NFP, is being in the family's lives for so long and being interwoven and with their family and getting to know everything. And I really feel honored to be able to go into these homes and be a part of these families' lives.
Being a nurse means being able to have impact for the families that we serve, such as preventative care, which is of great value in this day and age. I have been a nurse for over 40 years, progressed from the ICU setting to community health. At this point in time, I feel that prevention is of great value, particularly for the families that I am involved with at the re-entry level.
Just the other day, I went to a client's house who was having trouble latching on, and it wasn't time for the baby to feed yet, so I followed her to the pediatrician's office where I knew the baby would be hungry in a half hour or so, and mom latched on, and it was such a good feeling to walk away knowing that smile on that mom's face of accomplishing something made me feel good too. So.
The night shift in urban hospitals, and I was talking to individuals after the doctors left, after their visitors left. That was the only time we could really talk about how they were doing. And it's really hard to talk and educate patients in an acute setting about preventative care. They're just not up for listening. People are resilient, however, it wasn't happening. So in public health, in this day and age where people are so hung up on money, doctor's appointments and going to this and what about insurance, if you can take care of yourself and understand that taking care of yourself and your community at home, starting with what you do for yourself and how you take it in, it can really take the burden off of your bills and your future healthcare costs as you age. So public health is the way to go for me.
Is to see a person who is sick or in need, and being able to help them to really see how to take care of themselves, and then also is how to continue to get the health care that they need.
Granddaughter spent the night, and then come to find out the granddaughter had lice and she didn't know. So of course the poor woman was super embarrassed. She said, kept telling me, I promise I'm not a dirty person, I swear, almost in tears. And I just kept telling her, it just is really important for me to be there for her in a situation like that where people feel really vulnerable and, they may be kind of at one of their worst moments in their lives. And, you kind of get to be there to hold their hand through it and help them through what very well may be one of the worst moments in their lives, and just kind of make them feel human again.
Constance, what does being a nurse mean to you?
Many different things, but the most important is being caring and knowledgeable in regards to my clients and the things that they need, especially in the public health realm, because I am a firm believer that the public health is the basis of all nursing care that is provided to people, who seek out that type of service.
Michelle, tell me about a memorable experience you've had with a patient.
My very first nursing job out in Chicago at Children's Memorial, I worked on a bone marrow transplant unit. Took care of a little guy who was about 14. His name was Ryan. And I myself was probably only 21, 22 years old. He went through bone marrow transplant for leukemia, and we sent him to Disney World for Make-A-Wish. We were really involved with Make-A-Wish at the time. He had an amazing time in Disney World, but when he came back and he made it through transplant, he said, Michelle, that was a great thing to do, but that's really not my wish. And I said, well, what's your wish? What do you want to do? What can I do? And he said, are you serious? And I said, I'm serious. And he said, I really just want you and Dan to take me to Hooters. And Dan was my then boyfriend, now husband, so we took him to Hooters, and he just looked around that place like he was in heaven. And so to see this 14-year-old boy and his Make-A-Wish was going to Hooters to have burgers and wings was just really, really funny. And so he went on to he had a reading in my wedding, and we still keep in touch. And he wasn't able to have kids because of chemo and radiation, but he's got 3 dogs and a lovely wife, and we still are in contact. So he was someone who I hold very dear to my heart.
To be compassionate. I have the ability to educate people about their health, how to stay well. I have found great satisfaction in being able to do this for clients. I also have found that I do enjoy meeting people off the cuff, discussing their health needs in the moment, and trying to find practical ways to help them improve their overall well-being. So being a nurse has helped me to open my eyes, not just to health needs, but to social needs. And public health nursing in particular really, really serves this area very well.
questions that we ask our clients deals with domestic violence. And about a year and a half ago, one of my clients answered yes to that question. Upon further evaluation and interviewing, she revealed that she had attempted to harm herself in the past, and she had a plan of how she was going to commit suicide. She had a knife in her car. So I was able to persuade her to voluntarily go to the local emergency room via an ambulance, and from there she was admitted to an in-treatment facility. About 2 to 3 weeks later, I was very lucky to receive a phone call from her. She was calling for her STD results. And she sounded like a completely different person. She was happy, she said she was on medication, and she thanked me. And that's when I knew